Hello everyone, welcome to the third week of the course Embedded and Real-Time Operating System. So in this week we will discuss about the very famous operating system, that is MuCOS 2 microcontroller operating system 2. Specifically in this video we will cover the features of MuCOS 2 and the kernel structure of MuCOS 2. So let us start one by one. From the learning outcomes, after completing this session, student will be able to demonstrate concept of features of MuCOS 2, and student will be able to describe the kernel structure of MuCOS 2. So let us have a look at one by one features of MuCOS 2. First one is source code. Second is portable. Third, roamable. Then scalable, sorry. Then preemptive. This is the major one. Preemptive. Multitasking is what one feature. Deterministic. Task stack. Every stack is having its own, sorry, every task is having its own stack. So task stack. Services, various services provided by MuCOS 2, and interrupt management. So let's have a look at one by one all the features of MuCOS 2. We will start from the source code. So source code. So it is of high quality, and the source code written is very neat and consistent, and the source code is very organized. So if you want to use that MuCOS 2 source code, so every information is easily available and every point is commented. So if you are using some built-in function, that is OS task create, so every function is commented. So it is very easier to write code by using the source code of MuCOS. Second feature is it is portable, highly portable ANSI, and the assembly is kept minimum. It also support 8-bit, 16, 32-bit and 64-bit processor. These are the various controllers, processors. So all the 8 bits of ARM, Intel, Atmel, Freescale, Renesas is all supported by MuCOS 2. So ported over 100 different processor. So it is very good operating system, that is real time operating system, and all port are freely available at Micrium website. Third one is roamable. Now the thing is, if you have the proper tool chain, means that C compiler, assembler, linker, loader, that it cannot be embedded into your system. So no need of all the disk. So if you have the proper tool chain, so you can use MuCOS 2 in your application. So intended or target for embedded application, as such you can embed the kernel and your application as a part of the product. So it is also roamable. Next feature is scalable. So MuCOS 2 is everywhere use the service you only need. Means from the various services, if you want to use limited services, then you can use that limited services. If you want to extend it, so you can extend it for your specific application. So it is very scalable. Very few services can be used. Complete service are also available. So it is MuCOS 2 is also scalable. If you want to use some limited features or limited services, so you can use that limited services by the use of MuCOS 2 for your specific application. And minimum footprint is around 2 kilobytes. So through this use of conditional compilation, only the services you need are actually included in the embedded kernel. I have told you about this, that if you want the limited services, so you can use in you can embed it in your application. So next is preemptive. So this is one of the best feature, preemptive. So MuCOS 2 is fully preemptive, and what it contains, it always runs a highest priority task that is ready to run. So if you have the task is running and some task is having higher priority than running task, so always priority given to the highest task, so that is preemptive. Comparable with the other preemptive kernel, if one task is running and suddenly there is one ISR, so after ISR the highest priority task will execute and then this task will continue. So this is what preemptive kernel is provided, or it is MuCOS 2 is fully preemptive and it is fully multitasking. So it manages up to 64 tasks at a time, 64 tasks. So in the picture you can observe 1 2 3 4 5 6 6, not the 6, it is 64. 8 tasks are used by MuCOS 2 and 56 tasks are left to the application. So from that 64 tasks, 8 tasks are used by MuCOS and 56 are given to the or left to the application. And the important point is every task is having unique priority, not the same one. If two tasks means, if this laptop and this iPad is having, will not have the same priority, laptop will have one first priority or second, so that will depend on. So every task is having unique priority, that will easy to manage all the tasks. Next feature is, it is deterministic. So how you can always know how much time MuCOS will take to execute a service. So predefined, you can predict or you know how much time you will need for the particular task. Execution time is independent. This is very important line. Execution time is independent of task running. Means you will think that if there are 12 tasks are running and next time there are 19 tasks are running, so you will think the execution time will be late or will be shorter. So that is independent of task running. So the only exceptions are OS time tick and some of event flag services. So the feature, one of the most important feature is it is very deterministic. And you know about task stack, every task is having its own stack, well, because it is very useful for context switching. So MuCOS 2 allows different task stack sizes. Stack checking utility, you can determine and decide how much stack is needed for each task. So this feature is also provided. You can find out and decide which task is having required this much amount of stack or this much, that much. So you can determine and decide how much stack is needed for each task. It also provides various services, I must say various important services. First one is semaphores, mutexes, event flags, message queues, mailboxes. So these are the very important services provided by one of the best real-time operating system, that is MuCOS 2. Fixed size memory partition and task management. And last one is time management. So these are the various services provided by MuCOS 2. So next service is interrupt management. An interrupt can suspend a task execution. So this is also feature is available, that it is preemptive kernel obviously. So interrupt management is very important, because as if you want to run higher priority task, so you must manage all the interrupts properly. So the highest priority task runs after servicing the interrupt. So there are various nested interrupt available up to 255 level. So task, then there will be one interrupt, then there will be ISR. So we can add one more interrupt to this service routine, one more. So how much level will be there? There are 255 level of nested interrupt. So this is how interrupt will manage by MuCOS 2. Now we will see the kernel structure of MuCOS 2. First one, the your application software. Then you have to write your code in this region. Next is processor independent code. So that is perfectly related to MuCOS 2. So all the built-in function is available in processor independent code. Next is MuCOS 2 configuration. So that is very application specific. That various header files are included here. And this MuCOS 2 port processor specific code. And last one is here is hardware. So this all part from application software, MuCOS 2 processor independent code, MuCOS 2 configuration, MuCOS 2 port. These all are software part, and this is what hardware part. So we will see now the file structure of MuCOS 2. Again, application software, your code. Now in the processor independent code, there is various files are available. That is core, mbox, mem, semaphore, mailbox. So that is available in the processor independent code. Next is configuration. So this configuration include all the header files. Application specific header file will be included, and MuCOS 2 port, that is processor specific. See all the header file, C file, assembly file related to that processor. If you are using the MuCOS 2 for ARM processor or Freescale processor, so its file will be included in processor specific code. And here it is the CPU, that is hardware part and timer. So this is hardware part, upper one is software part, and this one is hardware part. So this is how the MuCOS file structure is. So up till now we have discussed various features of MuCOS 2 and the kernel structure of MuCOS 2. So let's move on to the next video.